Marvel Stadium yesterday, it was the Western Bulldogs up against the Fremantle Dockers, and I think this took a lot of people by surprise. This has taken me by surprise because to kick us off with this segment, it's the volcano.
It was all about Marcus Bontempelli yesterday, TJ. What an unbelievable performance. He was sick during the week, but the volcano is to Justin Longmuir because they must have skipped the coach planning meeting leading into this game because there's his record against Fremantle. That's Bont. That's dating back a long time. Look at the Brownlow votes. Look at his history against them. You think, all right, so Brisbane go after Marcus Bontempelli last week. He would be the first player that you have circled in red ink before you play the Western Bulldogs. And I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be great. Who's going to go to Marcus Bontempelli, turn on the TV and watch it? The answer is no one. So let's roll the vision of how much time and space they gave the best player in the game, who Brisbane have done an excellent job on last week. Look at that. Like, you give him 10 metres of space, kicking the ball inside forward 50, that is what you're going to get. So Fremantle are a side we're starting to really trust. There he is bobbing up on his own in the goal square again. We'll see a couple of edits. Just watch this one and let this play out. After half-time, he'd had 8 score involvements at half-time and no one's going anywhere near him. So I'm not calling for hard tags every week, but there's some teams you play against, and this is one of them, where Marcus Bontempelli is allowed to do this and set up another goal to Tim English. You got to question the coaching tactics yesterday.
Who ideally would have suited that role?
It's got to be Young, and it was a bit of Young, but he didn't. You see there, he didn't go anywhere near him. So I don't care who it is, but you can't allow that man to do that. And yeah, they conceded 150 points yesterday.
They're back on track, the Western Bulldogs, aren't they?
Yeah.
It was pretty poor against the Brisbane Lions last week, but Luke Beveridge, he's had his critics, but they're going okay at the moment, and there's been some changes he has made. Rory Lobb was good yesterday. They've got their 2 main forwards out at the moment. I've liked the development of O'Donnell. He's become a good player. We didn't know whether he was going to make it or not. Freya coming into that side as well. Ed Richards rolling through the midfield. Riley West seems to have found his spot kicking goals as well. So you've got to give credit. They've changed a few things, the Western Bulldogs, and they're 8th at the moment. They could quite easily miss it, but they're playing some nice footy.
Yeah, they reset after round 8, didn't they, Brownie? They smashed Richmond the following week, and then those results on board. So 4 wins of their past 6 and competitive in the 2 they've lost against good teams
yesterday as well.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Sunday Footy Show. Marvel Stadium was the venue. The Western Bulldogs were the team. And I tell you what, the Fremantle Dockers would be heading home wondering, what the hell was that?
Yeah, they've been very good, the Fremantle Dockers, up until yesterday, and the Western Bulldogs did a number on them. Riley West kicked 2 of those in the first quarter. Rory Lobb thought it was his best game for the Bulldogs. Ugle-Hagan kicked 3. Bontempelli was the best man on the ground. Bailey Dale, has he had a turnaround in his season? Bramble had 30. Sarong, the usual suspects from the Fremantle Dockers, Banfield and Sturt, kicked 3 goals each. But it was with great... why you're looking at me funny?
Cody's dropped out for the moment.
OK, sorry. Yeah. We're going to speak to Cody Weightman in a moment. So.
Yeah, he's just re-establishing a connection.
OK, re-establishing the
connection. What they did do well yesterday
right.
was and you mentioned this off air before, just about Luke Ryan and their ability to restrict Fremantle from possessing the footy. So they're the highest ranked disposal team in the game. To have 303 only yesterday was a great performance. They got the game into a stoppage and they really destroyed Fremantle from stoppage, where they kicked 11 goals.
And Luke Ryan has been so good with the Fremantle Dockers at the half-back line, and they put effort into him yesterday and closed him down.
Do you want to introduce Cody?
We've got Cody Weightman there now. Brilliant yesterday, kicked 3 goals. Welcome to the Sunday Footy Show, Cody. Fremantle are another side just around the bottom part of that 8. Was that your best win this season?
Yeah, I think it probably was. It was one of those ones that we were able to win with a bit of conviction, to get challenged a few times for a pretty honest team, and they threw a bit at us. To be able to weather that's something we probably haven't done as well in past, and it showed a little bit of maturity, which was good to see.
And you personally, there was talks of 6 to 8 weeks. You got back in 4. How is the body?
Yeah, actually felt really good. Super grateful to have such a good medical team around me, and Greg Hoy that did the surgery obviously did a good job, because the elbow felt really good on the day. And I got told I had to play a game before I could surf, and I think I'm heading to Byron next week, so I thought I'd better get one in before the bye.
Cody, how painful was it? I mean, we saw it come out regularly, semi-regularly. Obviously, the procedure you've had is hopefully going to rectify that for you. But were you playing under significant duress?
Yeah, it wasn't a nice feeling, particularly when it came out. I didn't know how to put it back in, so it kept getting stuck out, and that's why I just sort of waved the physios over to sort of put it back in, and then bit of swelling and all that after that. So nice to hopefully have that behind me and feel like I can jump at the footy and not worry about my landing too much and trust my body. So more a mental thing, I think, now, knowing that I've got a bit of trust in it, and I think I've got fake ligaments in there, so it should be good to go.
Cody, the key to any footballer is the amount of touch you can get in, and you just need to be handling the balls consistently and training. So you've probably been able to run a fair bit, but how much ball work were you able to do being put straight back into the AFL side yesterday?
Yeah, not a lot, to be honest. I was in, I don't know if you saw it or not, but I was in a bit of a robot arm. So I had like this big device strapped on me for, I think it was 5 weeks in the end, which made doing touch and skills really hard. And like you said, I could do a lot of running and stuff, which is a little bit boring and mind-numbing, but the touch stuff, which I actually enjoy, was something I couldn't do a lot of. So the plan was always post-bye to play, and it just so happened that I did a training session about a week ago now, and I felt really good. And then we sort of just came together as a team, and in terms of the medicos and myself, and said I feel like I'd be right to go this week. And it was, you don't know if it's going to be right or not, but we had enough trust in it. So good to get through the game and feel confident in it. And yeah, that was the main thing.
No, it's an incredible performance. You're one of the most resilient AFL footballers out there. There's no doubt about that. Speaking of resilience, Marcus Bontempelli and his performance, the legend grows. I mean, he was sick during the week. I think missed a couple of training sessions, and for him to be able to come out and do this, do you shake your head as his teammate sometimes?
I probably should, but I almost don't now. It's something that we've seen so often, and he's such an incredible human. His leadership, everything about him, on and off the field. I was lucky enough to go and live with him for a week or two in my first year just to see how he goes about life. And he's a true pro, and there's no coincidence he's such a good footballer just from the way he lives, I think. And yeah, super privileged to play with him and be next to him in the locker room and just get to learn off him every day.
Cody, Rory Lobb's role in the team has been much debated. Sam Darcy out suspended, Aaron Norton out injured. He certainly stood up yesterday, didn't he, with the 3 goals and the presence that he had throughout the entire match.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought Lobby was terrific, and obviously Naughty and Darcy out at the moment. We've got a luxury of being able to have Lobby come in and Mara playing as a real focal point for us. And we just knew these sort of edits. We just needed contest all game. We talked about Luke Ryan before and Pearce and these guys that can have real impact for Fremantle. And as a small and as our midfielders getting into the forward line, we just wanted contest, get the ball forward, give us a chance. And I thought they were both terrific on the day, but particularly Lobby under a fair bit of pressure, to be fair. As players, you notice when a teammate's copping it in the media or copping it by the fans. And talked to him even during the week about last week, our own fans over the fence giving it to him, and the pressures of that's pretty intense to deal with. But I think he showed just a heap of character to be able to compartmentalise that and come out and perform and help us in a big way get the 4 points against Freo.
You're a young man of many talents. Not only are you a great talker and you express it so well, but your artwork. Tell us about your artwork. This must be a great outlet for you.
Yeah, absolutely. In my free time, I've tapped into my art creative side over the last couple of years, and something I'm enjoying more and more, and finding it's actually been unreal for my footy. So I don't know if you can see in the picture.
No, we
did.
We've just had a little.
We don't have a choice, but most of my house is like a gallery, and it's something that's taken over my free time, and I really enjoy.
Oh, good on you. Yeah, I was just saying we've just had a little technical hitch because we did have a lot of the artwork to show, but we can't.
Just on that, Cody, like you're big into the mindset of it. You were dropped, earlier in your career, and you were out in the VFL for a period of time, but you just decided to get back to just the love of the game, haven't you? And you haven't looked back since.
Yeah, I think back in the first year in the hub, was struggling to get a kick all year really, and then I got really fascinated in why that was, and it was probably more or less a mental thing than a physical performance thing. And then you talk about guys like Bont and his ability to show up every week and not be affected by being sick all week and bedridden. I think the real impressive athletes out there are just a tier above with their mental performance and their ability to put things behind them that might be distractions for other players and just progress with what they've got to do. And focus on the process and not worry about the uncontrollable things of their week or their year. So something I'm super fascinated in and love learning more about. I've got a long way to go still, but I think I've made some good ground. And it's funny getting dropped. You look at Sando and guys like that during the year that you wouldn't expect it to get dropped early, but it might be the best thing for him, and hopefully he can have some breakthroughs on the back of that sort of thing too.
Well said, Cody. Let's have a look at the votes from yesterday, and Marcus Bontempelli was the best man on the ground. Tom Liberatore was really good in his second game back. Bailey Dale at half-back. And I thought Rory Lobb, the pressure he's been under against his former side, with a 7 yesterday.
Now, Cody, I'll tell you, before we find out what you'll be taking home, well, you're already home, what we're going to be sending, what about Halbury? What about Halbury this year under the super coach over here, Lordo?
He's good, isn't he? He's got us back challenging for a premiership, I hear. So sounds like BGS and the Bloods are the teams to beat. So hopefully a big game coming up a bit later in the year, and I'm sure a lot of us old Haileybury boys will get back and get around Lordo and hopefully bring home another premiership.
He was our captain, TJ, so you can see the way he speaks and that. Yeah,
well, he's a ripping young man.
And that's why the current group are going so well, because they've been led by Cody in previous eras. So he's an absolute ripper.
So let's load him up with some prizes. The best prize pack in the business. Gumbuya World. Go and see Brownie's friends down there with the Quackers on weekends and throughout the school holidays until July 21. Take the family to Guyumba Dreaming, a mesmerising digital light experience, an immersive celebration of Indigenous culture. The J-Lab's there, one pair of mini J-Buds thanks to J-Lab. They're true wireless and pack over 5 hours of playtime. Clutch & Co, there it is there. Best dressed on the golf course, quarter zip top and pants from Clutch & Co. Callaway box of Chrome Tour golf balls and a cap thanks to our great mates at Callaway. Travis Matthews, there's a couple of hats there as well for the whole of the playing group. The True Linkswear are the golf shoes that are so good you may want to wear them everywhere. Check them out at truelinkswear.com.au. The Bar Fridges Australia, they're back with us. Enjoy a custom designed bar fridge for your drinks with a fridge with your name on it. The Aquila's, pair of premium quality footwear since 1958. Yeah, the Cookie Box, Melbourne's finest artisan cookie shop. Treat yourself to a special delivery thanks to Cookie Box. Platform 28 a mil with our friends at Platform 28, the best pub in the Docklands. The Rick's Eyewear that inspires confidence, especially the Soho Cherries. Check them out, rickseyewear.com.au. And St. Goliath, elevate your wardrobe with the latest streetwear style from St. Goliath.
Cody, thanks for coming on this morning, and all the best for the rest of the season.
Thanks, Lordo, and thanks to those sponsors for those prizes. I really appreciate it.
No worries at all. Good work, mate. As you say, terrific young fella there. What did you win by yesterday?
We won by 138 points, TJ.
Who'd you play?
Melbourne Grammar. Ooh, Melbourne Grammar.
Nice.
Rough day for them, but...
It's a lonely time on live TV when we've lost the link and you blokes are all looking at me funny and I have no idea. I think I've done something wrong.
Never a truer word spoken. I've got no idea. No, it wasn't.
Maybe someone say, "Oh, we've lost the link, Brad."
Well, the producer told us all.
Right, without. Yeah,
no, I think he told you as well.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have said.
Yeah. Anyway, good on you, Cody. Thanks for your time.